Oh my God, where do we start? Aston Villa 3, Crystal Palace 1. I'm absolutely knackered. So many emotions in that game. Let's go back to, well, what's just happened. 10 wins. Is it 10 wins in a row or 9?
Home, yeah. No, 9.
9 wins in a row at home, which is absolutely fantastic, and that performance shows why we're winning games in a row at home, because we are digging in, and we had to dig in big style. But you know, if any of you watch our content during the week, you know Unai is watching this podcast, because Zaniolo was on the left, Robinson called Zaniolo on the left, McGinn back on the right, and I gotta say, first off, I thought we were absolutely tremendous. I thought we controlled the game, we showed our patterns, we showed how we wanted to control the game. Pau Torres in that first half, you know, an all game, to be fair, with the ball at his feet was absolutely sublime. His passing range was unbelievable. And first half, we created numerous amounts of chances. Watkins, clean through, should absolutely bury it, should take another touch and go through on goal. But you know, we had Matty Cash with a header, we had balls going across the 6-yard box. We went in at half time and we should have been 2 or 3 up, in my opinion. And then second half we came out and they caught us on the break, and you could see from their game plan from the first minute that's exactly what they wanted to do, just catch us on the break. They were happy for us to have the ball, and then we went through a spell of us trying to get back in the game, and you know, the crowd were getting on them, and the urgency was there from the crowd for us to score, and for whatever reason it just wasn't happening, was it? There was poor touches, there was, you know, we just weren't potent enough in front of goal. But we made some changes, we went more attacking, and Duran, his finish was absolutely remarkable. The chest down, the volley. Villa fans, who does that remind you of? Who have we been crying out for? A type of striker in our team since that player left, and it was prime Benteke. Duran's finish was absolutely unbelievable, and it deserves to win any game of football. We then had the penalty, and I've got to say, fair play to the ref for going to that monitor and overturning what VAR was saying in his ear. Absolutely brilliant from the ref, although before that the ref was crap. But the ref did amazing to stick to his guns and keep that penalty. And then Diaby, Bailey on that counter, the pace, the vibe, the trickery. Absolutely amazing. Hopefully I've rounded that game off to the best I can coming out of that game, because it was absolutely fantastic and I loved every minute of it. So well done to Villa, and hopefully now this can be the catalyst in our season and push us on, and that's the standard now, and we just go forward. And it was unbelievable. Up the Villa. What a game.
Oh, insane. You know, if there's one thing better than winning in the last minute, it's winning in the 17th of the last minute by 2 goals and all. 2 goals in the last minute, you can't beat that. I mean, what a mentalist atmosphere. And then when that ref went off for that, well, it must have been 7 minutes of it, Luke. 7 minutes of deciding whether that's a penalty or not. I mean, insane, nuts. And he actually got a decision right for once. I mean, people around me were saying, well, that ain't a penalty, that he got the ball and all that, but it looked like a penalty to me, but then they always do. Yeah. I'm only biased. You know?
Yeah, but for him to go to that monitor and overturn what has been said in his ear, fair play to the ref.
No, absolutely fair play to him. I thought all through the game he was a bit of a coward, and I thought, no, he ain't going to do it, he ain't going to do it. But he did, so fair play to him for that. And, well, Dougie as well, how calm was he? He was stood there with the ball just at his feet like this all the way through, well, 7 minutes that we just worked out. And then he just slots it tidy, brilliant, deserved to win. Start to finish, deserved to win. I think, you know, the first half we were spectacular. Yeah. But I think the thing is, because, you know, when we're 1-0 down and there's 10 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go or whatever, and it gets tense and tense, and everyone's like, faster, 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 kick it up, kick it up. But it's like, the take home is trusting the process. Yeah. Unai Emery knows what he's doing. He's done this all across Europe, won all sorts of stuff through that. He knows what he's doing. Trust the process. You know, and one other thing I'll say, I could go on, but one other thing I'll say is that I love Ollie Watkins, right? And people give him a bit of stick, and he should have scored that first. And yep, good keeper, how he is against whatever. But that shot when he hit the bar, well, no, he hit the post and it bounced off Robinson and went out, Johnston, and you know, he pissed about on the floor for half an hour. But it was like, what a shot that was, and it was so close. I don't know, he's brilliant. Again, trusting the process, that's what we can say.
Duran?
Oh, what a finish, what a finish. I mean, he's coming into his own a little bit now, isn't he? And so that was lovely, that was. I know, and that cheers you up a little bit, doesn't it, at that sort of time in the game, so But yeah, great. So, Zaniola, he played well today, I thought. And, you know, and I mean, he got booked for nothing. Again, for nothing, and that put him off a bit. I thought after that, you know, he was like, a bit more warier of getting. Well, he didn't want to get sent off on his debut, did he? So, yeah.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa, mate. And good work what you're doing. Just like to tell you that, you know, because it's like when we see you on the YouTube and that, it's like being in the pub with one of your mates and just having a drink and a chat about the game. So,
thanks,
well done.
Thank you. Up the Villa. Sam, thoughts?
I think the game was incredible. I think, to be fair, 70 minutes in, I did think it was going to be another one of those just frustrating ones, to be honest. And I think that Duran shot had just come out of nowhere, didn't it? I was sat on the other side of the pitch and I just saw it rocket in. I was like, oh my God, that is absolutely unreal. And then to seal it with the third as well. It's just unreal. I think it's good for Jhon Duran to get some more play time.
He's sort of got 3 and 3. Basically, every time he's sort of played or started, he's starting to get goals now, which is what we want from him. And I think it was really frustrating in pre-season that we didn't really get to see what he was all about because he was injured. So now we're starting to see a bit about what his game's about, and he does remind me of another target forward we had in Benteke. So I think he's offering a different option, which is good for that front line as well.
I think Benteke, along with Gabby, are one of my faves, and I just think that, to be fair, I felt like he was a bit raw at the start, and I feel like, you know, he was going into challenges that he didn't need to, and I think there was a part about 80 minutes in where he nicked the ball and transferred it back to the front, and I did think that it was nice to see a 9 to come back and more like a traditional 9 go back into the more what we're expecting nowadays. And I just think that it was just an incredible game. It was exactly why people love football. I think it was, you know, to come from nothing, which, to be fair, the start of the game, I thought we could have come with something. It should have been a comfortable 3 points. We should have, at half time, we should have buried it, really. I feel like with our side, with you know, the squad depth that we've got, I feel like we should be shooting for more, but it's just nice to get those 3 points, and I'm just so happy to come here and just get those 3 points, man.
Definitely. Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
What a win.
Yeah, absolutely. My first game since 2019. Man, I've loved it.
Come back more often.
Yeah, absolutely. Come back more often. What a game. What a game. The whole team was buzzing in the second half, and it's like I've never seen it buzzing like that for a long time. Man, what a game.
When it gets going, there's no better place, is there?
No better place at all. Crystal Palace was sent home very early, but man, what a great game. I've just been so happy to be here. It's just been fantastic.
Awesome,
Up the Villa, man.
Up the Villa. Massive fan of the channel, Julie.
#1 fan of the Villa podcast.
What did you make of it then?
Immensely frustrating to start off with. I thought when it comes to the end there'll be nobody here because nobody will want to come and talk to you except me, and then there's a big queue.
I know,
so that just shows.
It's hard to summarise when something like that happens, isn't it?
Oh my God, but I think the substitutions, I mean, Jhon Duran, he seems to come on and he's like a one-man army of uplifting everybody, isn't he?
It's like a battering ram at some points. Just bundles into everyone.
But it's great to see. I mean, he went back to kick off again and he's telling the crowd, come on, where's everybody? You know, so
I mean, that finish, I can't get that finish out of my head. I think I'll watch it for about all weekend.
We just went mad. I was in A2 and it just erupted from there. So
but I think today, you know, although we're buzzing that we've won, you know, the character of, like, you know, when we were losing, going late on in that game, to keep going and to have that belief to get back.
To my 2 sons, they do a lot of working away, so it's their first game of the season, and at 1-0 down, I was saying, if we get 1, we will get 3. I could just see it, and everybody chill out. I know we weren't as fast. I think moving the ball is what we have been.
It's always going to be difficult when they've got like a low block, you know, and that was their game plan from the start.
And
so
the
when they go 1-0 up, that we're playing into their hands now because there's tight spaces, so we have to move it quickly. But you know, I mean, to get that goal with the amount of time left that we did, it was just fantastic.
And to come out 3-1.
Yeah.
And see their 200 supporters have already left.
Where were they? Did they know they were playing today?
Brilliant. So yeah, congratulations on the channel.
Thank
you know
you.
that I love it, and I'm always there watching.
Thank
and
you.
Where's Hannah anyway? I didn't
she's
see her today.
probably gone home.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
She leaves us to do this bit.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Guys.
Up the Villa.
Soon.
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad after that experience. But with 3 points, that's all that matters.
Massive, wasn't it? I mean, that fight back in the end to blow them away like that, and you know, it was difficult towards the end as the game went on when Villa were really pushing forward. So I think fair play to Villa. Standout players for you today?
I would say Dougie all the time. I just think he's class above, and he makes everything tick. But I thought the first half we should have been well in front and didn't have to pull up with that at the end. But you know, I
think that was the frustrating thing in the first half, wasn't it? We created loads of chances, and then during that second half, you're watching it thinking, oh, we're not going to like rue the good first half performance, because when you know they scored, and you can sense a bit of like that frustration from the crowd. But you know, all in all, I think if you looked at that game as a whole, we absolutely dominated that game.
But you knew Palace would get one chance. They scored from it and then wanted to shut up shop. But I'm so glad our way of football proved in the end, and we got the chances. And Duran, well, so that'll live long in the memory. That one, that kid's going to be a star, I think. So all for it. So.
Definitely up the Villa, mate.
Up the Villa.
What a win, my friend.
Yes, we dug ourselves out of a hole there. It did feel like it was going to be one of them days, you know, where Palace just do a job on you. But we stuck to our guns, stuck to our style of play, and it come good in the end, didn't it? Spectacularly good. It was a thrilling last 10-12 minutes of injury time, and it's one of them that can really kick-start the season now. Because I must admit, I was dreading it. I had the fear in me in that second half, thinking, "Oh my God, if we lose this now, what does that mean to the start of our season?" But
I think that was more of sort of how well we'd done in that first half. You know, it was like we're looking for a reaction after Liverpool. We want it, we got it, and to go in at half time after all them chances 0-0, and they go down the other end and score. You know what's coming. You know what's coming from the fan reaction to start with. So for us to do, and I've got to say, somewhat unlike Villa, this is unlike Villa to fight back and really win that game by a comfortable margin in the end. It's massive.
Yeah, that was going to be my next point, because we sort of fall behind in games and it's sort of game over. We haven't really had a fight back, and today we've got that milestone. And Jhon Duran, oh my God, on the chest, smashed it. Like, he nearly ripped the net. It's an incredible finish. And I thought the introduction of him, I thought all the substitutions were timed and for the right personnel. The double substitution with Tielemans and Duran coming on, McGinn coming off as well for Bailey. They were the perfect subs, and just unbelievable. Big shout out to Dougie as well. My man Dougie, 40-year-old McEwen, has got a favourite player, and it's Douglas Luiz. For all that time to surpass and him waiting and not to change his mind or lose focus, I'd put my house on him scoring that penalty, and all day long.
I can't even believe that a ref overturned that.
No. I don't think I've ever seen it. No. And for how long? How long did it go on? For an eternity. And for him to view that monitor, and then for me, like it went on that long that you sort of got to back your original, because it weren't clear and obvious, was it? You've got to back your original call, and he did. And fair play to the referee, because he was having a shocker before that, an absolute shocker. The cards that he was dishing out and not dishing out to Palace. But I thought Palace did very well. I was a bit nervous about him in the preview. Eze is an absolute baller. He's incredible to watch, and we sort of got suckered into their game plan a bit. And obviously the goal enhance that game plan more, and the time wasting. The keeper went down for about 5 minutes, but in the end, football prevailed, and 3 points to the Villa. Absolutely buzzing for the weekend.
I've got to say, thanks everyone who's turned up to the fan cams, because it's probably the best turnout we've ever had. So more of the same from everybody. If you want to get involved, then just come over and have your say, basically. So we'll see you for our weekend's match reaction and player ratings and debrief. So yeah, up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.